I wanted to come to Sandton today and just put Discovery in the background because I need to give them a shout out. And as you know, as a financial advisor in the broker space, I'm not biased to one service provider or even one product or anything like that. But there's one thing Discovery do better than any other life insurance company in South Africa. And that is they transfer ACI and ACI Renewal Commission. That is, if you've got a Discovery commission code and you change service consultant on a client's Discovery life policy, you will receive the ACI and the ACI Renewal Commission. And you just simply change the service consultant. You didn't do any funny back office options or forms or any other thing stupid. And that's a game changer. So it amazes me that financial advisors, be it in the broker space or even in the tied space, they don't understand actually how commission on life policies work. So for the uninformed and the young advisors, let me explain it to you. If you go and sell your client, Mr. Gore, a life policy, a whole life policy that's got a term for longer than 27 years, up to way up with the life expectancy, and the premium is 1,000 rand. You know that if you look at that quote, you'll get commission for 10,000 rand. Now, if you go and in the anniversary of that policy, you'll also receive renewal commission, and that commission is also shown on the quote. What's not shown on the quote is the ACI and the ACI Renewal Commission, because in 12 months' time, when that policy goes up by 10, let's say it went up by 10%, they go up by different percentage, but in this scenario, let's say it goes up by 10%, then it goes up by 100 rand. So your ACI commission would therefore be 1,000 rand. But that's not all. The following year, you'll get ACI renewal, so that will be 333 rand of the 1,000 rand you receive. But that year you would also receive new ACI commission on the new ACI, and so on. It will go on every year. You'll get ACI and ACI renewal commission every year. Now Discovery is the only ones that change it based on a service code. So Bidvest don't do it, BrightRock don't do it, Liberty don't do it, Sanlam don't do it, Momentum don't do it. And my question is why? Because surely the client should be instructing on who gets the commission on those policies based on who they're receiving the service for. So you've got a whole lot of policies out there where insurance companies, franchises or branches are receiving commission, but they're not providing the service for the client. I've gone to see lots of clients over the last 2 years where I've signed over the client's Sanlam policy, Old Mutual policy, Momentum policy. I'm not receiving that ACI commission, but every time I would do it with Discovery, I get it. So, who am I going to support in the future? Probably support the people that support me. And that's a very dangerous place to start going as a broker. And that's not a place I want to go, because I always want to be giving my clients best advice at all times. But I don't think it's fair that clients start getting bad service in the broker space and the tied space based on this story about ACI and ACI Renewal Commission. And I really congratulate Discovery for taking a stance and looking after the consultants, but more importantly, looking after the client. And that's what we're in this business for. We're here to look after clients and give clients good service. And by just that little thing, that ACI and the ACI Renewal Commission, Discovery do that. And I don't think the other life insurers are on the same page. And have got the client's best interests at heart, where they use excuses like contractual thing. Think of it as you a tied agent. Now you move and you want to become a broker. You can't just go and change service consultant and receive those ACI and ACI renewals. So maybe if you're a tied agent, the only tied people that you should be working for is these guys. Because at least when you make the decision to go over to the broker space, once you've learned what you needed to learn in the tied space, you can be rest assured that if you change service consultant, I wouldn't be signing, as a youngster joining the industry, I wouldn't be signing a contract with one of the other big sixes. This is the only crowd that I would sign a tied contract with, because at least I knew whatever I sold. But more importantly, even if you're with one of the other six and you've got Sanlam's best interest at heart, you like the Sanlam value proposition or the Old Mutual value proposition, and the Liberty value proposition. And I've got no, if you want to stay in tight, you stay in tight. But doesn't it irritate you that you can't, as a financial advisor with Liberty's or Sanlam or whatever best interest at heart, you can't go and take over a client and receive the ACI and ACI Renewal Commission and grow a annuity income from old orphaned Liberty clients or Old Mutual or Sanlam or Bidvest or whatever clients? Doesn't that irritate you? Because they definitely put restrictions that you have to sell X amount of life policies a year, but they don't reciprocate that. You give them the 30 policies a year, but they don't reciprocate that in ACI and ACI renewal commissions on all the orphan clients.